Baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
You know what? What? Let's go. Well, let's go. Oh,
I wish they would.
well, let's go.
Get a
I'm
first
so
down.
close to the camera. Let's go. So let's go. Let's go. So let's go. So let's go. Boom. That just let you know we live, right?
That lets you know we're live and that Jay doesn't know what he's doing at all. Welcome to the 2018 season, man. You know what time it is?
It's game time.
It is game time.
Fantasy game time at that.
Yeah, fantasy game time. Come on, man. I've been thinking about this, man. We've been friends for about 20 years, and I think we've been playing fantasy together. This is, yeah, man. I think the first league you invited me to was 1999.
Well, I know you one of those number guys. So
Yeah.
Sure
So this,
right.
I think this is year 20 for us playing against each other. So we're the best of friends. I'm Russell Maben, Temple, Texas. This is Jay Thompson, Killeen, Texas. Best friends and best frenemies in fantasy football for 20 years. So it's all good, man. So welcome. I think last year we worked out all the kinks, and everything should go perfectly this year. So as you can see, our mixer already isn't working, and we're already, winging it, and just, it's a hot mess, man. It's always a hot mess. If I'm involved, Jay's involved, it's going to be a hot mess. But that's how it goes, man. We're going to have a good time. We're going to give you some good advice. We're going to be entertaining. At least I will. Jay's going to do the laughing. I'm going to do the joking, and we'll get on down the road here. All right. Well, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I mean, you just got to talking, so I'll just let you talk, man. All right. But it is year 2.
Yeah.
We're going to try and, what we say, maybe Saturdays a little earlier.
Earlier than this, because Jay's got to get up early. He's an empty nester, by the way.
Yeah, man. 8 o'clock service come early, man. Because I know everybody's waiting on our advice to set their lineups. That's what I'm talking about.
His
So
concern is for you. It's not for his sleep patterns.
That's tricky. Yeah, so what we're going to try to do is try to come a little early on Saturdays or maybe through the week. We're going to miss the Thursday games because we actually have a life and kids and school and church and work and wives. And
papers to grade and lessons to plan and
Bible
sermons to write, college classes to attend. We're busy, man. We ain't got time for all you bullcorn, okay? Work it out on Thursday. It's usually a crappy game anyways, like this past one. So,
right. I should have started Jai, though, but
yeah. Well, you would think a Miami guy would have known to start a Jai.
That's why I didn't. How about that?
He changed his number.
Yeah, you did.
What the heck is that, man? All right. How about let's get into this?
All right, man.
All right. We're going to start off with that's what I'm talking about, because this is the beginning of the week, and usually when we're going through this, we're going to mess around, and something's going to happen that's going to be like, that is what I'm
talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And you don't even have to be talking about anything. But that's what I'm talking about.
I wasn't talking to you before.
Yeah, we ain't talked for 3 hours, but that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, that's an NFL Films classic. It's an NFL classic. It's a football classic. So if something happened that we were just fired up about, this is the time that we would normally do it. But since we haven't had a week of football, I don't. I was going to take the week off from that, but Jay actually had it. That's what I'm talking about. Because you know what?
That's what I'm talking about.
Because that's what I'm talking about.
See, I can't get your head while you do it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
It's like those white linebackers that are like special teams guys that they're
just walking around.
Yeah, they're just walking around.
They don't get to sit down.
Yeah, no, they ain't got to sit down, man. They got 5 plays a game. They got to get in there and do.
So, man, but that's what I'm talking about, man. We have I think it's going to be an instant classic.
Come on.
We got Ramsey going against Odell this week.
Woo!
And I remember talking to you about it, and you just said, what? You just hope they make it through the game?
Yeah, man, just whatever you do, don't get fired up. Don't get thrown out of the game, because one of those players is on my team playing against a certain somebody.
But you know what I thought about on the way up here? Because that's what I'm talking about, because I think that matchup is going to be key. But how if they just played the quiet game? Like, who you think would... Like,
I think Ramsey would lose, because that dude does not care. He's the new Richard Sherman. Oh,
He sucks.
Dak Prescott, he sucks. Tom Brady sucks. What did he do against me? Nothing. How's Gronk? He sucks. Okay, well, set tight end records.
You're all too the quiet game. The loser has to pay $1 million to a charity or something. It's like get over it before the game even start, I guess. But
Odell would probably just start talking and then go, you know what? I'll pay it. I can afford it. It ain't no big deal. So, how about some quarterbacks, man? Your favorite position?
Yeah, I love quarterback play, man.
Man, I know you've been waiting for your black Dan Marino for 20 years, man, or 30, however long since it's been. Dan's been out of the game, left in 99, so it's been about 19. So, all right. So,
how are we gonna do it? We gonna rank 10.
Here's what I think. I think you go through yours, and when you get to yours, I'll tell you where I had them on mine, and then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Okay, well, all right. That's why we.
Whoa! And I got 18 women in a stretch limousine, baby. Whoa!
If you don't like it, learn to love it because it's the best thing going today. Woo! Woo!
All right, let's see if you can start off correctly.
Okay, well, I got Rodgers going versus the Bears. I got Breeze versus the Bucks. I don't know if I'm going to go through them all like that.
Hang on, whoa. Breeze, Rodgers, you got correct. Bing, 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 bing.
Double down.
That's all right. Hey, Jay got that one right because I had Rodgers against Chicago because I think this dude is going to be completely hacked off from last year. They even made a new rule: don't hurt any quarterbacks. That's the new. It's a 37-yard penalty if you hurt a quarterback, and you're tossed out of the game and half of the next game.
Yeah, we just going to suspend you.
Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers at home, first game back. He gonna light it up.
I think so.
All right. Next one. What'd you say?
I said I got Breeze versus the Bucks.
Okay, you got that one wrong.
Oh,
okay. I know you suck. You suck at this. I put Breeze versus the Bucks at number 5, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
That's a division game, and I don't know why, but you don't normally see these people going off against division opponents. You know, it's because I guess they see them twice a year. It's like people just they can't get their mojo or whatever against division opponents.
Well, Breeze is at home. He's got like 10 more years left to play. So I mean,
I swear this guy's never gonna retire, man. And when he retires, he's gonna be governor of Louisiana.
Yeah, they're gonna pay him for the rest of his life. So I just think it's gonna light it up, man. I mean, Bucks are coming there with Fitzpatrick, and I mean, it's going to be crazy, man.
They got former Dolphins at cornerback. I mean, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, man. Then I got Watson at the Pats.
Okay, you also got that one wrong.
Okay. Well,
okay, I put him number 6.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson, because Bill Belichick's a fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He ain't falling. He ain't doing it. I'm already messed it up once, and Bill Belichick already messed it up once. He ain't gonna mess it up again. So I really feel like they're gonna somewhat corral him. I hope not too much because I got Hopkins.
But no, we keep saying Belichick has a defense, and he hadn't had one since like 2004 or something.
Right.
I mean,
well, but you know what? They really don't draft that good.
Right. There you go. And the number 1 pick already out for the year.
Running back?
No. They had a defensive guy that got hurt.
Here's
they had 9 first-round picks because people just throw them picks.
But they
however it went.
But they Belichick does defense like he does offense. He looks for matchups and just tries to it's keep him out of the end zone. I give a crap. It's like the game plan he came up with against the Bills in '90 in the Super Bowl. It's like Thurman Thomas can run for 500 yards as far as I'm concerned. Don't let these receivers catch the ball without getting destroyed. He's just got some kind of weird game plan like that for every game.
Well, and Watson coming back from injury. I'm root for all the guys coming back from injury and just
God bless
open the game and just
I
mean just his second one, maybe a third or something ACL Watson done had, I think. I know 2. I don't know. So then I got Big Ben against the Browns for
dang it, you got that one wrong. I didn't even have him in my whole list.
Why not?
Well, they're missing one of their players. I can't remember his name. I don't even think they've even talked about it in the NFL Network or in the websites. But they're missing a guy. I forget it, 26 or something. Anyways, they're missing him.
Okay.
And I don't think their offense is going to be in sync. And I actually think the Browns' defense is a little more talented than people give them credit for. I like their defensive end, bookends. I like their a couple of their linebackers. They got some young defensive backs that are high draft picks. I don't know, man.
Well, I just think that they're going to do their best in the passing game to show. I mean, first, maybe if you ain't here, don't worry about it. We got this kind of thing.
Screw you.
Right.
We're not giving you $17 million a year to run the football.
I'm surprised how a lot of the teammates turned on them like that. I don't get that part.
That was a little unusual.
Yeah. And so, especially when you got paid, but now you mad at me for trying to get paid, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I got Goff at the Raiders.
Hey, you got that one right. I got him number 3.
Right.
Jared Goff at the Raiders. The Raiders, I think John Gruden's going to take them straight into the toilet with $100 million guaranteed. I really do. And I don't care how many first-round picks you send them. And Jared Goff and the Rams are just locked and loaded this year. They are set up for success, and we'll talk about that. I'll ruin their whole year here in just a minute. All right.
Then I got that same game, Carr versus the Rams. I just think it's going to be a shootout kind of thing.
Not even in my top 10 because of Carr. I just don't think Gruden knows what he's doing.
I mean, he's coached before. You act like he just better commentate all his life or something. What did this dude do to you, man? Like,
I'm mad.
Because he got more catchphrases than you.
Right. No, this is it. I'll go ahead and I'll fess up.
Okay.
I'll fess up. He ruined Gruden's quarterback camp for me.
Oh,
that's like the only show that I watch on ESPN is Gruden's quarterback camp, and then they put a quarterback in there that's a current quarterback, and he's gonna do the show. And what does he do? Instead of coaching him, he's like, "Man, you were doing so good.
Oh, well,
I think you're going to be this guy. This is my dude. He's going to be all right." Thank you, Russell. Go sit down and shut up, man. Go get a coach in there.
He got a mean bone in his
I
body.
would have rather seen Rex Ryan do it than Russell Wilson.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
I even see him, so.
Yeah, and his play calls are always like 30 words long, and that crap don't work in the NFL now.
We just want to see his facial expressions, man.
Come on, man. Sterling Sharp that thing. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, so where I was at, man? Okay,
man, I don't know.
Okay,
I think you're in Gruden.
Okay, then I got Mariota at Miami.
They ain't got him on the list.
No, I just...
Jay sucks
coming
at
back.
this.
Well, I just... Another one, but... I'm just looking at what he brings and what we don't bring, so... I got Brady at the Texans.
I actually put that one fourth.
I had him up, but I brought him...
The thing is, you already know. Burkhead's limping in there on half an ankle, and Michelle's hurt. What are they going to do? They're going to dump this ball off until everybody pukes. Like everybody watching the game, right. Everybody in the game, right. Everybody's going to be thrown at... Oh, Brady with the check down.
I know, right? Like,
gosh.
Like, what is it about what they do that the check down worked so much?
Nobody realizes this, but Troy Aikman was a check down guy.
Well, I guess if you got talented guys that you're checking to.
Moose Johnston, Jay Novacek, and Emmitt Smith each caught about 60 balls a year during that Super Bowl run.
Within 5 yards?
60 a year.
Right. So, I got him. I brought him down because I think Texans actually do have a pretty good defense.
They do.
Yeah, so that's why I had to bring him down.
Right up until J.J. Watt's elbow goes backwards, they're good.
You're going to have a brace on. He got to wear a brace the rest of his life, man. And don't you... This dude's a Texas hero. Yeah.
He's from Wisconsin. Dude was on the same college team with Antonio Brown. They had 2 Hall of Famers on the same college football team, and they didn't do anything. Central Michigan.
Man. Then I got Stafford versus the Jets.
I like that one. That one's number 7. What'd you have him at?
9.
That's close
and
enough.
Cousins
we'll give
at
that
10
one.
versus the 9.
All right, that's good. I had Cousins at 8, so that's good.
I mean, there's only 2.
You don't suck that bad. Oh, come on, man. You
what, 3?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
70
you
right
doing
out
all
of
right.
10.
Yeah, man. I mean, you hit 70. 70%. You go in the Hall of Fame. All right, so I had Rodgers, then Rivers, then Goff, then Brady, then Breeze, then Watson, Stafford, Cousins. Then I had Russell Wilson at Denver. Somebody tweeted something the other day that just, I mean, when I saw it, I just started laughing because Seattle's been so good for so long. They go, does everybody realize here that the Seattle Seahawks are Russell Wilson away from having the first pick?
I know, man. Yeah, I heard that too.
I started dying laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that
that's
dude
true,
is doing
man.
so much
It's
by
like,
himself.
Like Bobby Wagner is going to have 500 tackles this year. And good Lord, that guy's by himself on that defense.
They
man.
refuse to get him a line. They refuse to give him
trade
receivers.
away every defensive lineman he has. Yeah.
So I'm with you on that.
And then,
every running back they get rid of the next year kind of thing.
They got 6 running backs and 5 of them are on IR. It's like, come on, man. So then they drop a first-round pick on a guy, and then they'll start him. And then I got Cam Newton versus Dallas. I love the quickness of the Dallas defense this year. But he's just he's 260 pounds, and he can run the ball. And he's got people he can dump it to. He's got people he can throw it deep to. DJ Moore's going to be a playmaker in this league. So, I don't know.
And I really was surprised how him and McCaffrey, I just thought that was going to be a disaster, but he realized real quick, just throw this dude the ball and
he'll do something with it. Trust me.
Yeah. So I just thought he'll be running it more than dumping it off to McCaffrey.
Well, and last year, if you remember, I think I took him in like the 12th or 13th round of the redraft league, and you looked at me and you're like, "That's just highway robbery right there." And he ended up finishing, 5 or 4 or something like that amongst the quarterbacks. So, he's a fantasy guy. He may not be an accurate NFL quarterback,
right.
but he's a fantasy quarterback.
Right, because of the rushing yards.
Good night.
Yeah.
So there, I fixed your quarterbacks for you. He messed them up, but I fixed your quarterbacks for you.
Bro.
There you go. We'll find out. We'll find out next week. We'll find out by Monday for sure.
Now you get the running backs, and I'll let you know where you wrong at.
Oh, okay. Well, crap. Well, excuse me.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Smart guy.
All right, Mr.
I mean, you do
Mr.
have
College
glasses,
degree.
huh?
You have glasses now, so yeah, freaking old guy. All right, so man, sometimes you got to just like throw caution to the wind, and you just got to take somebody you believe in.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to take this. What is his name? Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley at Oakland. Once again, not a real big fan of Oakland this year. So I'm gonna take Mr. Gurley at Oakland number 1. Wait, what say you?
In a football,
He's playing the foosball.
He's playing foosball.
He's playing the foosball.
And his name Gurley, and you're gonna take.
I'm taking
number 1.
I'm taking him. I'm taking him number 1, and I did take him number 1. By the way, I gotta get a public reaction because I've not heard anything. This guy's shut me out. But I got to get a public reaction from Jahar Thompson on my redraft team's team name because I took Gurley number 1. I took Travis Kelce in the 3rd round, and so my team name is Kelce is a Gurley name. You see, because it worked. It worked. Did it work? I mean, is it okay?
Is that actually the team name?
Yeah.
Not a girly man.
No, man. Kelce is a girly name. Kelce is a girly name. I had about 500 Kelces since I've been working in Belton. This year it's Riley. I have 5 Rileys this year. That is not a lie. I have 5 Rileys. It's like the life of Riley up there.
Don't people know if you want to be in the NFL, you got to be, as a quarterback, you got to be Josh or Matt. Don't
be Josh. Crap.
What? I mean,
name a good Josh. There ain't one.
Well, this year we got Allen and Rosen.
I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't know yet.
If I was a cheerleader for the Buffalo Bills, I wouldn't even face the stands.
I
wouldn't even face the stands. I'd be looking at the game. Hey, go Bills! Oh, Lord.
But you don't want to look at the game either because it's not going to be that good going on at the game.
They would see the back of my head, man. Be like, hey, I hope y'all are leg men because I'm not showing you nothing, man. We're turning around. I ain't getting hit in the head by a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It's like wow thing. Like that dude throws at 100 miles an hour. He has no idea where it's going.
Oh man, I think he's all right, man.
All right, man. Number 2.
All right.
Number 2. I'm gonna take once again caution. We're throwing that to the wind. I'm gonna take this Ezekiel Elliott at the Carolina Panthers.
Well, you spelled his name wrong on there.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, his name you got is Zeke. So,
I put Zeke.
Yeah, it's not right.
Zeke,
school teacher
at Carolina. I'm taking him.
All right.
How am I doing?
Good. I mean, they're not in order, but it's cool.
So you got I got knocked out your 2 and your 4.
2 and 4. There you go.
Okay, all right, I'm doing good. All right, number 3, I'm taking DJ David
ding,
Johnson
ding, ding.
versus Washington.
All right.
David Johnson had a year to rest up,
Right.
and he didn't have a leg injury. He had an arm injury, so there ain't nothing wrong with his legs.
Right.
And the dude scored like 20 touchdowns 2 years ago. So I just think that dude's going to go off this year. He was in heavy consideration for that first pick this year when I.
But you didn't do it.
But I didn't do it. So he'll probably
Because
he'll probably break a record this year.
No, because you had a team name already in mind. So
That's not true. That is not true.
if I take him, he gonna mess
Well,
my
it's going to
team
be a
name up.
profane one if I take David Johnson. So come on, man. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, the number 4, I'm going to take Alvin Kamara versus Tampa Bay.
All right, I got a number 1. So we out of the top 4, we still the same.
1, 2, 3, 4, just
Yes,
different order.
right.
Okay.
You-
But yeah, I think
Ooh, okay.
number 5, and this is me raising my hand.
Yeah, I don't have this guy. On
This
mine.
is me raising my hand. Christian McCaffrey
Wow.
versus,
Not you.
versus Dallas.
Not
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Not you. Made a joke of his rushing
Yeah,
yards last year.
yeah, I know.
You made a
But
joke.
after 6 games, he had like 20 rushing yards. Come on, man. He was proving me right. But I just feel like he's going to catch a lot of passes. I think they might as well call him a slot receiver because I think he's just going to.
But they've been like giving him
I know,
like, okay,
I know,
is this
I know.
preseason or
He still hasn't outrushed Merrill Hodge yet, so I'm not worried about it. So this guy's not going to the Hall of Fame. Don't worry about it. All right, number 6. I'm taking. So he wasn't in your
No,
top
I
10
didn't
at all.
have him at
all right,
all.
I'll be right on that
Okay.
one. All right, and that's not. And I'm not trashing Dallas's defense. I'll come back to that in a little while. So number 6, I got Melvin Gordon versus Kansas City.
I have Gordon, but I have him number 10.
Okay.
6,
Gordon
10.
is one of those dudes that's just like sneaky productive. You watch him and you're just like, man, this dude won't ever do anything. And you look at the end of the year, finish number 7. Like,
Right.
what?
Right.
Like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Come on, dog.
He's one of them guys. Whenever I'm going against him, I kind of fear it a little bit
Yep.
because he went from not getting touchdowns to just getting touchdowns.
And Kansas City traded away some of their defense this year, so yeah. Number 7, I'm taking Fournette at the Giants. I like Fournette better than that,
Me too.
but the Giants, man, I mean, they might not get anything. They might get other things wrong, but they don't mess around with the defensive line. They get a defensive line. They're like, we're gonna have this right here, and I don't care what else. We'll pay $5 million per
Across the
game,
board.
for all of these guys right here.
We're known for that, so
Yeah.
whoever just stay with it.
Snacks Harrison. I mean, they're always going to have somebody in there that's going to eat somebody up.
So I have him 2, but I have him 5. So you ain't too bad off. Right
Yeah,
now.
okay. I didn't mess that up too bad. Number 8, Kareem Hunt at the Chargers.
I have Hunt at 9.
I think
Whatever went on with him, like it was news and then it
You
went
know-
away. Like it was crazy to me.
you're talking about last year?
Well, with he got in trouble or something. Was it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's a really good player, they sweep that under the rug as quick as possible unless they play for the Cowboys.
Oh, okay. I just let you get that in because I know you just
Yeah.
was burning to throw that out.
Yeah,
there.
no, I think last year he got Andy Reided. I don't know if you've been Andy Reided before, but Andy Reid's one of those people that he'll always find a way to tweak something, even if it's working. It's like, that's fantastic, dude. Stop messing with Hunt. If you just give this dude the ball, y'all would have kept winning.
Right.
It's like, oh, what do you know? When they went away from him, they started losing. They were like 5-0, 6-0,
Right.
something like
Crazy.
that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he had 25 touches a game. And then they're like, well, I think we're wearing him out. He's only 21 years old. We need to slow down on this guy. Run that dude into the ground, man. You'll go to the Super Bowl. Good Lord. All right, number 9. I got James Conner at Cleveland.
Wow, you skipped it, huh?
I mean, I look at it like this. Because, I mean, you can look at experts'
So
rankings.
you telling me on a fantasy team you would start Connor?
Yeah.
That what you saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't have him, so it doesn't matter.
but your fate in fantasy talk is on the line. So if
Sure.
you're saying he's number 9, then you mean
He's an RB1. Yeah. Like, I would start him. If I had him, I'd start him. Because I think see, the Steelers are known to be frugal. And you know, if you want $20 million a year, they're going to say, all right, man. Cleveland, we'd like 4 first-round draft picks for this guy right here.
We'll draft one look just like
We'll
him.
drive another one, pay him $200,000 a year, and he'll eat y'all's lunch for 10 years. Yeah, so...
but I just think it'll be a committee thing.
And so I think, well... Yeah, but who else is in that committee? You know, Toussaint Louverture. You know, what I mean, like, who the heck they have? You know,
it don't matter.
Yeah,
They
Amos Zaraway. I mean, what are they putting out there? I mean, Rocky Blyer. What are we talking about? So I mean, yeah, I would play him because I think they're kind of, as an organization, they're probably going to be like sticking it to him.
We're famous again.
All right, Voice of the Longhorns cannot be watching right now. He's calling a game. Okay, so. All right, so probably his wife's logged into his account or something. All right,
We'll take that.
We'll take it. I got Saquon Barkley versus Jacksonville, and once again, I like him better than that. But Jacksonville is nasty on defensive line. You got defensive linemen whose names you can't pronounce that are awesome.
Right. And they're all getting paid.
Unique Ngakwe. That dude is bad, man. That dude is bad.
I had him, but I took him off, man, for that simple fact. I mean, you know, he's
buying the hype of Saxonville.
Well, it's just something about him, man. I don't know. Like, it's just something about him. I'm gonna just let him slide for week 1. I ain't gonna.
This is the guy that benched Kareem Hunt last year, week 1.
And I was fit to say the same reason.
58
he's
points.
a rookie, and
58 points.
He's playing a real defense. He did.
Whatever it was, look it back up. I don't know, but it was bad. Whatever it was, he started 2 guys ahead of that dude. Anyways, so what did I get wrong?
You got Barkley wrong at the end.
Oh man.
And Connor and McCaffrey.
Okay,
so 70.
Okay,
so we both passed.
No, it was more than that because you got Howard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have Howard at 6 versus the Packers. I just like the coach that was the coordinator with Nagy, and I just think he's I really like Howard this year. So he's kind of one of my guys. I ain't have him nowhere.
I hope
really.
it's Cohen instead of Howard this year.
True. Well, one of them I really think is going to have a good game because they're going to be behind a lot. I know Howard can catch and stuff. So.
I really love their coach, but man, they're going to get skull drugged.
He's going to coach great later. Yeah,
eventually, this dude's going to figure it out. Watch.
And also, because since you got 3 wrong, I got 3 that you didn't have.
Okay.
And I got Mixon because he playing the Colts.
Man, I hope you're right.
Yeah, because I think we.
What are you trying to say? The Colts defense doesn't impress you?
Name 2 of them. I mean, I'm gonna do
all
like
right,
you.
it's
Daryl Jackson, Dexter, whatever the linebacker.
DeQuell Jackson, Pat Anger, Bjorn Werner. Homeboy from Miami.
The ends they had forever.
Dwight Freeney.
Yeah, he's still
Dwight
in the league.
Freeney and Robert Mathis.
There you go.
That's who they have.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
They wish. They got nothing.
That's what you got. You got nothing. So I just feel
you got
like
a whole bunch of nothing, and you're gonna like it.
So I just feel like Mixon gonna have a good game, and he kind of was. I wouldn't say a bust last year, but he didn't really. I mean, you tell us how do you feel about him last year?
Joe Mixon. Yeah. He made me look foolish. He made me look foolish. I took him number 2 overall in a rookie draft, and he made me look foolish.
Right, so
I mean, to me, he was the most natural running back that I saw in the draft last year, and he just. Man, he's a beautiful runner. Golly, with that. I mean, I love those guys that run with the high knee lift. You know, like the Roger Craig and Eric Dickerson. I love those kind of cats. And he was it. I was like, oh, he's got the high knee. He's got the big thighs. Like, pow! You know, like busting people in the chin. I love it. Yeah, dude, man.
He didn't get to lift him up too high.
He caught a screen pass and got like 50 yards, but he never like busted a run. And I'm like, come on. How do you ruin an offense that has A.J. Green and this guy in it? Really? And then they wouldn't even give him the ball at the beginning of the year. It's like, Jeremy Hill is still there.
Yeah,
like,
they said, well, your boy is...
Go call Rudy Johnson. See if they can get him out of retirement.
Well, the coach is hard-headed like that. He got this rookie stigma or whatever.
That dude is like the longest tenured coach in the league outside of Belichick. And he's won 0 playoff games, and Belichick's lost 0 playoff games. Like, it's crazy.
I guess that's why I work at Walmart, man.
Hey.
I never understand that. Not that I want anybody to get fired, but
Hugh Jackson, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. You go 1-15, followed by 0-16, and they go, man, it can't be you.
yeah.
It can't be you. He's got pictures of somebody's wife or something. I mean, there's just no way.
He's a good guy, man.
I'm glad.
He's
Golly, there's some
early.
nice people.
I mean, he can write real good. I mean, maybe he can draw good. I don't know what.
I hope Hard Knocks is exposing him. I haven't seen any of it. Have you seen any of it?
No.
I hope it's exposing him because he's.
Well, I know one thing they said.
I think
like,
he's a good coach, not a good head coach. I think he's a coordinator. I think he's a
he falls
position
under
coach.
that.
Yeah.
Because I know they
Jason
said,
Garrett. Excuse me. What were we talking about?
we're talking about coordinators.
Coordinators,
That stick
yes.
to being
Gotcha.
coordinators and not
Gotcha.
head coaches.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but you got a cough in there some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So when we go back and forth on these receivers here.
Well, let me tell you how wrong you did this time. Go ahead.
Well, apparently the Bengals going to score 50 points because I got AJ Green number 1.
And Joe Mixon. All right, well, you got you're. I mean, I give you a bing. I mean, he's in my top 10. He's at 6.
All right, I got Michael Thomas versus the Bucks. I told you what I think about that game.
Yeah, I got Thomas at number 3. So you're still doing good. You're 2 for 2.
I got Hopkins versus the Pats because they're going to, I mean, Watson know his bread and butter.
Love this guy. I got him at number 4 just because every game that Belichick goes into, he's like, okay, what do they like to do? Well, they really like Hopkins a lot. All right, they're not throwing it to 10. We'll put 4 guys over there and make him beat us with somebody else.
And, hey, he will.
And they do.
And the minute you don't put 4, then he's going to beat you.
That's right.
I mean, so, and then I got Antonio Brown at the Browns.
Okay, first of all, freaking shame on you.
Why?
Because I had that dude number 1, man. Antonio Brown, AB is last year. This is me watching the top 100 because it's the stupidest show on television.
I don't watch it.
It's so arbitrary the way they do it. They could make that like a legit show, but they just don't because they don't want to be scientific about it. But anyways, so
but who all votes?
That's exactly it. They walk into a locker room and hand somebody a piece of paper and go write down the 25 best players in the league off the top of your head. Not like there's a list or
pretty sure
something to work with. No. It's off the top of your head. Here, write down the 25 best players. I mean, these.
Oh, they if I'm a millionaire receiver,
I'm putting AB.
Yeah, I put myself number 1, then I pass the
yeah.
paper to my assistant. Hey man,
Yeah.
fill that out for
Yeah.
me. I got some reps I got to do over here on the judge machine.
Yeah,
I got
it's stupid. Anyways, so I'm watching. This is me watching. I'm watching the top 100, and I'm like, all right, there's 2 players left, Tom Brady and Antonio Brown. I said, I already know Antonio Brown's the best player in the league. I mean, he's 5-0, 100-0, and he catches 130 balls a year. And he's been. I mean, if you look at his fantasy rankings on finish for the year, it's like 1-1-2-1. Like he's like death and taxes. You can just this dude is the man. And he has no reason why he should be the man other than he's just outworked everybody.
Right, there you go.
He just works his tail off.
Right.
And came from nowhere, came from nothing, and just made himself a Hall of Famer. Right. I'm just gonna like Aeneas Williams. You know what I mean? Just super human being and worker and all that stuff. Anyways, so I'm watching it. I'm like, please get this right. Please get this right. Number 2, Antonio Brown. Click. All right, thank you very much. I'm done.
It's just so crazy because you can see it from one year to the next year. You're going to tell me somebody that was 2, all of a sudden going to be in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden he just 80s less now.
This guy was a league MVP one year. The next year he's 78. I'm like, okay. All right,
somebody didn't even play like 50. You're like, okay, well, how did that
Adam
work?
Thielen? Last year he wasn't in the top 1,000, but this year he's number 30? Okay. All right. Clearly y'all watched one game.
Well, it started because they had to fill up the new, the NFL Network time slot.
While we got the soapboxes out, okay, here's my issue. We go a whole 9 months without football, right? Feels like about 9 years every year. Why don't they show more old games? It's an NFL network. They got access to NFL films. And if you really want to do something right, show us the old commercials too. You can buy a new Toyota for $3,000. Like, oh my gosh, what?
Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, but you're right. Why wouldn't they show?
Why wouldn't they show more old games? I want to hear the old broadcasting.
No, we got to see the top 10 of.
I'll tell you what I won't watch.
What's that?
Philadelphia's America's game. I ain't watching any Philadelphia. I can't even watch the commercials. SI is going to recognize the click. Like, not on my TV, you're not. How about that? All right, what else we got?
We was going through the receivers, man.
All right, man, come on.
We had a fit about it.
We got sidetracked.
Okay, I got Tyreek Hill at number 5 against the Chargers.
I'll give you that one. I got him at 10.
Okay, a couple of bombs. I mean, I don't think you're gonna
catch. All
catch
it takes
10.
is one pass from Pat Mahomes. That dude threw the ball 70 yards in the air. 70 yards in the air.
And there was 3 people on him.
3 people on him. In the last second, he was like, bye-bye. That dude is the fastest player, fastest game speed I've ever seen.
I got Keenan Allen in that same game because somehow he just get 10 catches for no reason.
I got him number 2, bro.
Oh,
number 2.
Okay, all right.
Phillip Rivers is going to feed this dude the ball like they're Snickers.
I got Devontae Adams versus the Bears because we already said that. Where you got him at, man?
I love Devontae Adams. He's number 5, baby. Number 5. You know where else he is? He's on the Robinson.
I did that day.
He's gonna be playing this guy right here in Orangeburg, baby. He's gonna be playing against Orangeburg out there. Come on, what are we talking about? He's gonna be catching passes. Jacobs. I got that one right on the podcast, but man, I'm losing by 50.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about your team right now. So, moving on. So I got Odell against the Jags, and I know that's a key matchup, but I'm hoping. Well, not hoping. I'm thinking that they're not gonna. You can manipulate that to where they're not man up all the time. I don't think Ramsey's one of them that go everywhere kind of thing. So.
Don't tell that to Ryan Hammond. Oh my gosh.
So I think, Odell is like, for some reason, this dude runs the best quick slant in the league. You know what I'm saying? So he get a slant.
It's the only person in the league that can get a 60-yard touchdown off a slant.
Yeah, so he only needs but one time where they don't put Ramsey on him. He can go off.
I did not even put him in my top 10. I love Jacksonville's defense, and I love the not just Ramsey, but I like Bouye on the other side, and I think they're in a really prime spot defensively. So I didn't even put him in my top 10. So you got that one wrong, bro.
Oh, okay, but we are on agreement. It only take one slant.
It only take one slant. That's the truth. The Cowboys held him one time to like 6 yards the whole game until they ran a slant, and then it was 60 to the house. Yeah.
I don't know how that guy does that, but.
That's what I used to do back in the day, man.
You a slant guy?
I was a slant guy. Yeah, I wasn't skirt to go across that middle.
And that's probably what it is. He go across it pretty hard. So I got Evans
slightly better than I used to.
a little bit faster.
Slightly faster. I ran a 4.6. He runs a 4.3 or whatever it was.
I got Evans at the Saints because they're gonna be behind, and he's just gonna jump over a couple of people. But Lattimore
didn't have him.
I don't know if he's gonna lock him down. So that's one.
Didn't have him because I do like Lattimore and I do like the Saints defense. But go ahead. And I don't like Fitzgerald. Go ahead.
And lastly, I got Landry versus the Steelers at 10.
I had him at 11, so he didn't make the list either. You got that one wrong.
But
too.
If you didn't put him, he's gonna go off on you, right? He's gonna say 9 cuss words in one sentence and. Get you cut, you know what I'm saying? He gonna make you the next.
I've watched Hard Knocks.
Goldman.
I've watched All or Nothing, and I'm just over the F word. It's like you might as well not even say it because I don't even want to hear it. The only F word I want to hear is football. That's I'm just done with it.
Maybe it's when you don't think that's what comes out your mouth or something, but
I don't know. Jason Garrett he's potty mouth, man.
What?
He's potty mouth.
Man, he's too smart to be like that.
No, man, he's potty mouth. Wow. All right. Anyways, let me tell you what you messed up, though. You jacked this all up.
But they're gonna be behind a lot too, and,
that's
and
true.
they know
That's true.
to throw the ball to Landry. Like I guess this dude just punked us for 4 years because this dude got 100.
He got 100
receptions,
catches, but he never got over
like
1,000 yards. No,
It was like
we were saying the same thing.
yeah,
8 yards a catch. He's the only receiver in the league that gets tight end yak. I mean, it's like, come on, dude, make a move. He used to return punts. I mean, he's got some wiggle. He just this is the guy, but this
he's
is the
more
guy
quick than fast.
yeah, but he's not quick. When he was coming out, this is when I was wrong on. So I gotta own my stuff. But this is the guy that I was saying when he came out. You don't succeed in the NFL when you run a 4.7 in the 40 at wide receiver. You just don't. There's nobody since 2000 that's run that slow of 40 and succeeded. And he was like, watch. Right. And he just went and did it. But yeah, I mean, I was wrong about it. But
I think he's one of those, what makes him so good is what probably going to be his downfall. Like, he's so intense and so, almost like the Antonio Brown syndrome, but he can't turn it off.
Him and Beckham are real tight, and you can tell. Yeah. All right, let me tell you what you missed.
Okay, go ahead.
I had Stephon Diggs, number 7 versus San Francisco.
I kept thinking about
Stephon
him.
Diggs is going to have a bang-up year, man. I love that dude this year. I got T.Y. Hilton versus Cincinnati because T.Y. Hilton was sort of irrelevant last year with Brissett, but Andrew Luck loves this cat, and he made him a star. I took Brandon Cooks at Oakland because I love the Rams offense, and I don't love the Raiders anything. I don't like the kicker.
I think we went over that.
I don't like their coach. I don't like their offense. I don't like their defense. Other than that, they're great.
But answer me this though: how are they under the cap? Like, do we even have a cap anymore? Like, what you want? Oh, you want to get paid? Okay, we pay you. We pay you.
What you do? Back up somebody at guard last year? Come on over, baby.
And they pay you. And they don't care about giving up picks. It's like, what? We'll give a second round pick. We'll get rid of you next year. And we'll do this. And it's like, man, I think that guy's really playing fantasy.
Honestly, there is no cap. I mean, because you can really pretty much do anything that you want. I mean, Jerry Jones will tell you that. I mean, it's like, if we want somebody, we just go get them. I mean, that's just kind of how that works. What do we need to do? Oh, we'll move some money around. Whatever that means, we'll push some money out on some people. I mean, they can make anything work.
Right, this copologist, huh? That's what I should have went to school for.
Yeah, you messed up, Orangeburg. Yeah. Let's go. Orangeburg Community College did not prepare him at all for life.
Capology. Oh,
all right. You got to explain tight end right quick before we move on.
Okay, so we did the top 10 quarterback, running back, receiver, and I just refuse to do top 10 at tight end because, do we have 10 to talk about? Okay.
And my response was this.
I get it.
If you're going to do 5, you might as well do 0 because everybody knows who the top 5 are. Because it's always the same guys. I said, we might as well not even talk about the first 5 and then just start at 6. So if we're going to do 5, then we need to do 6 through 10.
And if you don't know the 5 and you're watching this,
then just turn it off. You don't even need the whole podcast.
You're not a fantasy guy.
You are not.
All right, so start at 6 then. Just name the 5 and then start at 6.
All right, so Gronk, Kelsey, Graham, Walker, and then I have Rudolph.
Only difference I have at the top 5 is the guy Olsen.
And now he come up questionable.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
What was it? What is it?
I don't know, but they said he may not even play.
Wow.
But
That's
also,
careful went up for you.
There's number 54 and number 50 on the field that you need to be aware of. They are going to have an awesome year. Until one of them gets hurt. All right.
I didn't say it.
But did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
I said that out loud. Okay. All right.
All right. So give me your 10 through 6.
All right. 6 through 10. Here we go. So I had Kyle Rudolph in there versus the 49ers.
Rudolph,
offensive
always
coordinator,
consistent, but because of Cousins, you bump him up some.
Yes, always consistent, but coordinator loves tight ends, and I think he's gonna. He's had a couple of years where he's like 3, 4. I mean, he's been up there. So I don't know. I like him. All right. I put Jordan Reed
before you get hurt. Right.
Hey, he's healthy right now. This is the only time I can talk about him. So
You should put him at 1. Let's go ahead.
Jordan Reed at Arizona, because Jordan Reed is an athletic freak. He is awesome when he plays. He's just never in there. He's the new Todd Heap. He's Todd Heap Q. You know, no, his name's not Todd Heap Q. Oh, I thought it was Todd Heap Q or Todd Heap O. Like, that's his name, Todd Heap.
He's questionable a lot.
Oh, he's just questionable a lot.
You don't understand stuff a lot. That's all.
Oh, yeah, he lots of questions. I had Trey Burton at the Bears because, at the Packers because
I'm intrigued.
They're going to be behind, and I think he's going to be a safety blanket. I think Trubisky's going to like that little connection a little bit. So I had Olsen versus Dallas because I feel like he's a great tight end, and they're going to use him, and he's going to do something every game. Just he's not going to enjoy his day on Sunday because Jalen Smith is awesome. I don't know, somebody, you might even say he looks good in his uniform. But Evan Ingram versus Jacksonville because Jacksonville's defense is good, but I don't like their linebackers as much and their safeties as much as I like their corners and their defensive linemen. So, and I really feel like he's going to have a good year. Then I took Njoku versus the Steelers because I think the Browns are going to use him a lot this year, regardless of who the quarterback is. I think you bring in Mayfield, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to feed it to Njoku.
Yeah, he did. He only did it like one time in the preseason game, but he got this like Hulk end zone celebration. I kind of want to see like what he's gonna do with it.
Has absolutely nothing to do about why I took and put him right there, but okay.
Like, he bringing some style to the Browns, man.
I like him. All right, the next segment is called Skin It. Because we're big Tombstone fans. And by the way, the whole show is called Fantasy Game Time. Because if I've heard this man say Game Time one time, I've heard him say it 5 million times. Okay, so he said, "Hey man, it's Game Time, dog. Come on, man. Yeah, word." But we're also big Tombstone fans. So we. And by the way, did you see that I changed my profile picture on my gunslinger team?
Yeah. Okay, this guy thinks that my whole world runs around him changing stuff, his team name and fantasy profile name.
That's what I think.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
that's what I think.
But go ahead.
That is what I think.
What happened? You did what now?
Well, it's not even important, Jay. It doesn't even matter because it doesn't revolve around that, so you don't care. You'll just have to look at it. It's a gif about Tombstone.
Oh, word.
Because my team is the Gunslingers.
Oh.
You just stand there and bleed. That one. Anyway, so we call this one Skin It. That means if you don't have anybody and you're just like, man, I need to pick up something, like a super deep sleeper, come on with it. And so what you got on, what can people skin?
Well, since we didn't have a game to kind of go off of, I went with Josh Gordon. I mean, I know if you got him, you're playing him, so it's not a real Skin It, but I mean,
yeah, but you ain't got no idea what's about to happen.
Right. So I say Skin It. Wide receiver 1, Skin It. Like,
Woo!
It's game time.
So that's just kind of extra dimensions.
Yeah, because this dude is David Boston 2.0. Like, I seen one picture here. I don't even know if it's real. But his arm was, like, huge.
It's your head.
So I'm like, either this dude is one of those, like, this. I mean, we already know he's a freak of nature. So I just think it's been so quiet with him, just easing him along. And then the game's going to happen, and they're just going to be like, you know what, just throw it up. And he'll figure it out after that. So,
name a corner for the Steelers. Okay, throw the ball over there. Yeah. All right. My Skin It is James White from the New England Patriots. Last year...
And you will be skinning it with somebody from
there. Goodness gracious. They couldn't run the ball on Houston last year. I don't suspect they're going to run it against them this year. Sony Michel may not play at all. And I think it's going to be dink and dunk fest over there. And I think James White's he might have 13 targets this game. I mean, I think most leagues you can get him. He's usually laying around.
And what the receivers might not even have a target, like
they only had 3 on their team after the cut down. They picked up a couple of guys,
retiring, cutting, and,
Like if you want to retire, go to New England. They will retire your behind. Reggie Wayne. Eric Decker?
You know what? After this, I'm done. I got to put up with whatever this guy is doing.
That's right.
I don't even want to play no more.
All right. So our next segment is the Doc Holliday line, you're a daisy if you do. In other words, don't do this. Don't start this guy. Okay, so who's gonna make you a daisy?
Well, he's kind of like what you said with White. He might be out there, but I think a lot of people is up on the Gillislee bandwagon, and I'm not feeling it because I know last year he came out with like 10 touchdowns in one game, and then they getting the ball no more, something like that. But they
Jonas Gray, excuse me.
I think he retired too after Belichick. But
Man, this dude's awesome. Yeah, we cut him. Okay, all right.
4 touchdowns. We'll get out of here.
We don't need that old corner in my locker room.
I didn't tell you to run that way.
We'll find a white guy that'll do it.
Man. But Gillislee, because I think, Kamara is not I don't think it's an every down kind of, he's like.
If
he's
they
the
try
only,
that with him, he's not going to make it.
Right. And I think they're smart enough to know that.
But he's bigger than you think he is if you look it up.
And word?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said word.
You just said it. I know. You say it all the time. Madison loves that.
So yeah, I'm not buying
bad.
that. Yeah, mine can't talk.
Yeah, I know. All right.
I can say word.
You do say word. I'm gonna go with Corey Davis at Miami.
This dude is he about to be the next Kevin White or Rashard Perriman?
No, I just all this whole off season, I've seen people dropping tweets about oh man, hey, Corey Davis looking good, man.
Right.
He's the only
He's
guy
ranked
that's
up
got.
there.
He's the only guy in camp. The only guy in the camp that's got all the reps with the ones. He's looking good, man. Name a Tennessee receiver that's ever done anything. I don't care. Yancey Thigpen.
Why you got to go to history on this stuff, man? We're talking about week 1 of 2018.
Name any Tennessee wide receiver that's been productive. Derek Mason. Come
Why
on.
check? No, go ahead.
He's
man.
a tight end. All right, but so I think he's being overhyped. I think.
But he just fits the mold. That's what
Sure.
it is, man. I mean,
He looks like a wide receiver, but
Right.
crap. I mean, what's his name? A.J. Jenkins got drafted in the first round, so did Jonathan Baldwin. So somebody's even dumb enough to take him in the rookie draft, first round, and he might be bald. Anyways, what about You May Go Now? These are people that we think if you got them, you don't need them.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and just show them the door, get the iPad, call them in the office.
And I know he's out there, so this is kind of maybe kind of lame to start the year with, but Joe Flacco, dog. If you don't know it's over, somebody need to just tap you on the shoulder and say, you know what, you may go now. First, they drafted.
Take my hat off. There, you can put that right there on. There you go.
They drafted a quarterback in the first round. Then they kept RG3. It's like, dude, I mean,
You are not black. You're not going to be the quarterback on this team.
and then they drafted like 9 tight ends for those black quarterbacks
Yeah.
to throw to. Because, play action, throw to the tight end. So, yeah. Flacco, you got paid, but, okay, now, this is what I want to ask. Where does he rank in suckiness for Super Bowl winners, quarterback?
He's right there with Brad Johnson in my mind.
See, that's what I thought, too. But I was, classic is Dilfer. Dilfer is the classic one everybody run to. So
Dilfer, here's what I like about Dilfer. Not his opinion, but here's what I like about it. He took him to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl, and they immediately were like, "Let me find somebody better than this cat." All right, Elvis Gerbach, come on over here. Why do people do that? Quit breaking what's working. You need to fix what's not working. That was working. But we weren't getting enough points a game. That you were winning.
Right.
You were winning. You won
but
the
to say in
Super Bowl.
spite of him, so let's go get somebody better, and then we just win some more.
Yeah,
We'll
there's
win.
this thing called chemistry, and there's this thing called, come on now.
Yeah.
I just never understood that. Hey, this is really working. Let's change it. What? Why? Run it till they can't stop it anymore, man.
Because I'm smart, and I got to be smarter
That's
than
right.
that.
We got to outsmart them.
Man.
No, you don't. You just got to beat them. And I'm going
Who you
with
tapping on the shoulder, man?
man, Muscle Hamster. Let me see your iPad.
I'm with you on this, because this
Like,
dude can
good-
definitely go.
good
I'm so
Lord.
done with this guy.
Man, he's got to have the lowest yards per carry average in the last 2 or 3 years. Like, this dude, it takes him 10 minutes to get to the salad bar. I mean, this guy's terrible. Terrible. And he's on a team with a running back older than him, and they start him. Older than him, and they start him.
Oh, so Doug Martin. Huh?
Doug Martin.
You may go now.
Sucks.
But I think that's you. And you talk about Gruden, and I think this might be one of his downfall if he don't succeed. Is he falls in love with everybody? We know that he loves everybody, and he don't understand it's a young man's game. Like you can't love somebody that's been in the league for 10 years that's not a quarterback. It's just. You know what I'm saying? And I think he might do that when it comes to the Raiders. Get a whole bunch of guys he liked 5 years ago.
Where's Keyshawn? All right, man. Gonna get Keenan in here.
Yeah, man. So I think that might be more of his issue going down the road, but he might not make it because he just loves everybody, man. He's got a certain attitude about players, and he just won't let it go.
We'll see. The next famous Jay saying that he always said, man, you do something for him, he's not going to tell you thank you. He's not going to give you a hug. He's not going to tell you appreciate you. He's like, man, I'm going to bake you a cake, man. You all right. You all right. Man, I'd be 500 pounds if I ate all the cakes that he said he was going to bake for me over the years. So this is somebody that did well the week before and saved somebody's, fantasy team that started him. And since we didn't have a game last week, I didn't put anything here, but you went ahead and baked somebody a cake. Man, I'm baking cakes already.
I'm gonna bake Sam Darnold a cake because unless I'm mistaken, he's the only one out of the rookie quarterbacks going to start week 1. Correct? Stat guy.
Right up until Nathan Peterman gets picked off 7 times. Yes. Yeah.
So you know what, Sam Darnold, I'm gonna bake you a cake, man.
That's all right, dude.
Because because they had Bridgewater, they had
McCown.
Which one? You know what I'm
Josh.
Josh.
They had Luke. Luke.
Been in the league 20 years, but he made. I'm not saying his play did this, but he made Bridgewater expendable. He passed.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? And I actually liked him out of all the quarterbacks because he's kind of Marino-ish to me.
He should have gone 2.
He's a gunslinger, and he could care less.
He should have gone 1, but after Baker Mayfield went, he should have went 2.
Yeah, so
I think 10 years from now, people are going to go, man, they took Saquon Barkley instead of Sam Darnold in that draft.
They're not going to say Mayfield instead of Darnold?
But yeah, they may, but I like Mayfield.
We'll see how it translates. Because they still scoring 70 points in Oklahoma. The quarterback shorter than me, so.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other things that I like about Mayfield other than
let's see how that translate.
I heard what you said. You don't have to say it louder like I'm a little child. Anyways,
right. So Sam Darnold, bake you a cake, man.
Man, bake you a cake.
Way to go.
Man.
Get a haircut.
Right. Yeah, get a haircut and fix it at the same time. All right, Jay and I can fix our hair at the same time too. All right, our next segment we call really, because it's like, come on, man, really, man. And so something that happened the week before that made us go, come on, man, really? That's really what you're doing? That was the decision you made?
Oh, man, we can actually, I got Le'Veon Bell here, but we can add somebody.
Okay, go ahead with Le'Veon Bell.
I'm going to add the safety of the corner from Nebraska today. Oh, my goodness.
Really, man? Really? It's 3rd and a mile in an overthrown pass, and you're going to blow somebody up?
Really?
Come on, man.
But Le'Veon Bell, really, and it's not really like I'm hating on what he's doing because, you're running back, you got to get paid. After what Gurley, man, got paid, I'm kind of with him, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm never
against players getting paid.
Get your money.
But you got to know who you doing it to. The Steelers don't blink an eye when it comes to this stuff. They don't. They know what they're doing and they're sticking to it. And one of the things they do, they're not going to have the highest paid running back in the league on their team.
They're going to suck $800,000 a game out of your check. I can promise you that, and not feel bad for a second.
So Le'Veon, really, man?
And the other thing is, if somebody offers you a second contract with a lot of money in it, it doesn't matter if it's top dollar or not. As a running back, you just take it. Right. And
he going at $14 million this year to play.
Yeah, but then they offered him like 4 years, 60. That's like That's way more outrageous than I ever thought they would offer. So I mean, I would just take that, man, because
Take that.
you can't, as a running back, you can't miss 11 games. You can't miss 11, sit out 11 games, and then come in and to keep your free agency. You can't do that. You can't as a running back.
Drew told him that what he would do. I just heard that.
Yeah. That's some of those guys have been hit a lot of times too. So I'm just saying, as a running back, if somebody's going to offer you a second contract, man, take that and run to the bank, because that's a position. That's the one position.
Guaranteed money. You gotta have it.
One play, and I know every position is like this, and I get that. But running back, if you get offered a second contract, take that sucker and run. Look at DeMarco Murray. They got to that second contract, and the Cowboys like, we'll take our chances, man. That's all right, dog.
Right.
We'll put a rapist back there. Did you see Joseph Randall got arrested again?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Sucks. But anyways, we'll take our chances, and then Murray really, never really got back right after the Cowboys.
But the thing about Bell is, I can see if you've been a Saint the whole time. Like,
he's got suspended, he's been injured.
Yeah, so it's like, you kind of see, even if they wasn't the Steelers, you can see where they're coming from. It's like, come on, man, you're not actually showing
We had to spend 2 running backs at one time because they were both in the same car smoking pot and got arrested. Come on, man.
Yeah, so really, Le'Veon, really?
All right. So I'm a Cowboy fan. He's a Dolphins fan.
Woo-woo.
And so we always have a quick little Cowboy Dolphin minute just to kind of throw it out there. So
because it's our show, we can
do whatever the crap we want. Ain't nobody firing us because we're running it. So
our wife ain't fired us for doing it, so we good.
Yeah, our wives are saints, and they let us do this. So we're gonna let them get away. We're gonna get away with whatever we want to. So what's going on in your world over there?
Well, for my Dolphin minute this week, I want to talk about Mike Gesicki, so whatever, Hickey, whatever.
He will spell that guy's name one time his whole career.
We got to get this dude a nickname or something, man, because I just know all kind of
Mikey.
They're going to just mess his name up. But
Mikey G.
This the thing about I don't understand. It's okay, as being a Miami fan, first thing happens, we draft a player, and
people start booing.
Well, yeah, that, and for OT, once this dude get on the facility, we ask him, hey man, what do you think about the Heat? What do you think about the...
I was trying to get this done.
So that's one thing I hate about Miami media. It's like always about the Heat in South Florida. But with him, what's upsetting me with the media in Miami is, why do we care if this dude can block or not? I know he's a tight end.
Shannon Sharp didn't block a soul for about 12 years.
But we constantly keep talking about blocking.
Go get somebody number 87 and let him block. It's always 87 blocking, right?
A high 80.
High 80. 89 or 87 blocking.
Yeah, man. So who cares if this dude can block? We didn't get him to block.
Run a route.
Right. Just jump over everybody. This dude might have 10 catches and 5 touchdowns. I don't know. But for the season, you know what I'm saying? But he's going to have touchdowns because he can just out-jump everybody. He's not going to be asked to block. Or if he's in, we're not running to his side. Who cares? Sometimes, like you said, we overthink everything. So that's my little rant about the Miami media. Who cares that it's hot? We got to play in it. And why do we care if this dude can block or not? We're not going to ask him to do it. Amen. Next.
Amen. Hallelujah. I like that one, man. That was good. All right, so we got to talk about some icons leaving the Cowboy organization. We got Des Bryant. We got Dan Bailey. We got Jason Witten. We got Tony Romo. We got DeMarco Murray. All these dudes are gone. Okay? And people are freaking out. But the Cowboys now have the 3rd youngest team in the league, and that's with a couple of specialists that are older. Even the punter, even the kicker that took over for Bailey's 28. So he's like Bailey's age. So we're young. Look, man, I'd rather have the young team that's going to last in December than have the
Grudens.
Then have John Gruden's team. Here's what I'm comparing John Gruden to: George Allen back in the '70s with the Over the Hill gang. I don't need a rookie. Rookies I can't trust. I'm like, well, the thing about rookies is they become second-year players. So he would always go get these 30-year-old dudes that had a head like mine, or receding hairline, beer gut, smoking cigarettes at halftime, like making fun.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's my dude right there. He's calling his wife at halftime. Like, what are you doing? So, but these guys are leaving. But to me, I'm kind of like, I'm like, man, calm down, dog. Just like, it's going to be okay. Ezekiel Elliott, like, if he's on the field, rarely loses. Like, it's rare.
What is he doing with his hair now?
I don't know, man. But if I say if you can grow it, grow it. Grow that son of a gun. It's like my best friend Mike. He says, man, it's only hair. Because, when Colton was little, he shaved his hair into a mohawk. He goes, well, Colton's got a mohawk this summer. I'm like, what? Yeah, he wanted to shave it into a mohawk. Man, it's only hair. So I'm kind of taking a Mike Carlisle on this one. I'm like, man, you know what?
It's only
Calm down. The game, we played Green Bay in 2016 without Romo, Tyron Smith, Des Bryant, and a couple of other, key players, Sean Lee, and a couple of others. And we skull drug them because Dak dropped back to pass and he wasn't thinking, well, how many plays has it been since I threw it to Dez? Because he's going to yell at me in the huddle. He just threw it to the guy that was open. And
oh, man. That's what Reeds do. And
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
And, I don't know. If Dez was that great, he'd be on a football team right now. So, did I say that out loud? Anyways, so we're going to, it's going to be okay. And I like when people are like quiet on the Cowboys, and they're like, I don't know about them this year, man. I like that. I like that better than people overhyping them. So I'm fine with it. All right. Well, how about a pick six?
All right, bring it, man.
As long as it's like Chidobe Awuzie or somebody like that, let's do it. Jordan Lewis, come on. Pick six. This is our segment where we pick six things.
And I win.
High, low, and Jay wipes the floor with me. Every time we do this, he's like, hey, man, could you, I drop a piece of gum when you get up, pow, and just kicks me in the back of the head every time we do this. So if you're playing along at home, take whatever Jay says and go with that. All right, Deshaun Watson, 2.5 touchdown passes, more or less.
We got to do it alternating, right? You didn't do the colors.
That's right. I didn't do the colors. I'll color it later. All right. I don't like the word color, first of all. It's not colored.
But put I don't know how to word it there, but just you go, I go.
Right.
You go, I go.
How about alternating, Jay? How about that word?
Right.
Orangeburg.
But you know it, but then we end up...
Orangeburg Community College. Come on, let's go.
South Carolina State. Bulldogs.
South Carolina State.
There we go.
Fighting Bulldogs. All right, Deshaun Watson, 2.5 touchdown passes, more or less.
I think he's going to have a good game, but I'm going to say less.
Would they score 33 last year?
I work at Walmart. Go ahead. Less. You want to dig it. I'm
going to take less too, just because.
You scared.
Skirt. I don't want to get behind this early.
Already strategizing it. We're going to end up
I'm
tired.
staying close early so I can take a chance late and maybe win.
Oh, man. If I'm tired and I know I won't lose. Okay, so it's my turn.
Your turn.
Or we're alternating.
You're alternating.
All right.
Even though there's no colors.
Zeke, 100 yards rushing, more or less.
I just think that's the whole identity of the Cowboys. I'm going to say more.
See, I'm going to say less.
Okay.
And that's more Panthers defense than him. I think he might have
their front seven is nasty, but they don't have Thomas Davis.
Okay.
Lost a lot of respect for that dude. Anyways, more receiving yards.
Can we talk about it?
Cheating.
Oh.
To me, he's man of the year. He's one of the good guys. Come back from 2 ACLs. Played with the torn bicep or something in the Super Bowl. I mean, just an outstanding human being. And then he cheated. I was like,
man, you don't know what happened, man.
Then I gave him one of them.
Using the wrong hand though, man. It's 50,000, 50 million for him. Okay, y'all have
whatever, man. Screw y'all. All right, more receiving yards. Jarvis Landry or Brandon Cooks?
Cooks.
Me too. Cooks.
More catches, Landry.
10 more catches, less yards.
You got rush yards on here.
Uh-huh.
That what you asked me?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
No, for the next one.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Because it's not color coded. I got confused just now. So who's it on?
It's on you.
Okay. More rush yards, Connor or Peterson?
Take Connor. I'm going to roll with Connor.
I mean, you got no choice now. I'm gonna go.
I
with
put him in the top 10.
No, I'm gonna go with Peterson because I mean it's week 1 now. Week 3,
You got that one wrong. I can tell you that right now. Adrian Peterson is going to walk out there with a walker. Come on, man. All right, more passing touchdowns. Pat Mahomes or Andrew Luck?
I'm gonna say Luck because Mahomes is gonna get one for 80
I
yards.
certainly hope you're right. But I think Mahomes is going to fit a couple into Kelsey, so I'm going to say Mahomes.
Okay. My turn.
Your boy.
Darnold, 225 passing yards, more or less.
I'm going to say less.
I'm gonna say less also.
That's your boy.
Yeah, but he's also a rookie. Who are they playing again? It don't even matter because they're gonna get destroyed. So and
that's a shame too. I love their head coach.
And he was our defensive backs coach.
I know because he coached for us, and then he always have to go to you next.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We just got to be together, man.
That's got to.
But I mean, the receivers are me and you, and so yeah, I just don't see it. But
especially when they suspend Robbie Anderson, then they're really going to have nothing. But I forgot, he doesn't play for the Cowboys, so they don't really care if he messes up the offseason. All right. Whose season are we ruining here? Let's see here.
All right.
All right. So last year,
yeah,
we
y'all can
basically
just turn it off now.
Turn this sucker off. Because last year we picked, at the beginning of the year, we did our predictions for the year, and the teams that we put in the Super Bowl, I think they picked 1, 2, 3, 4 in the draft. I mean, it was ridiculous, man.
Oh,
it was ridiculous. So whose season are we going to ruin here? Give me your AFC playoff teams.
I got the Pats, the Steelers, the Texans, the Chargers, the Titans, and Miami because it's my show. I can do whatever I want.
I could be wrong if I want to.
Right.
Well, all right. So the theory is there's always what is it, 3 or 4 new playoff teams per conference?
3.
All right. So did you abide by that? Let's see. Texans didn't make it last year.
Miami.
Chargers didn't make it last year, and Miami didn't make it last year. So you're good on that. So yours is probably way closer to being right than mine. All right. So what do I got? I got the Patriots. I got the Chargers. I got the Jags. I got Pittsburgh. I got Kansas City. Now I got Houston. So I got Houston and the Chargers, but everybody else made the playoffs. So I'll probably be way wrong.
Well, I did it, and I realized I don't have Jacksonville, which would probably be a lot of people's pick. But you have to make a hard choice when it comes to this.
Yeah, you gotta.
Everybody can't make it.
So who do you got winning the South? The Texans? Huh. Okay.
Right.
Or the Titans? Okay. You think the Titans?
I just think they're built to you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate them.
And my wife liked the Titans, and my son liked the Titans. Trey does so.
And Mike Vrabel's coaching them, and he played for the Patriots, so it's got to work, right? All right. Who you got making it in the NFC?
NFC, we rolling with the Rams, the Vikings, Packers, the Giants, Saints, and Atlanta. I didn't say Atlanta. I said Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
My Atlanta.
Yeah, so what are we looking like on that?
So you got 2 NFC North and 2 NFC South. Okay. That's.
You want to know why
No.
I picked those teams?
Sure.
Well, Rams, I think, is automatic for a lot of people. Packers, Aaron Rodgers is back. And
ticked off.
Yeah. But
surly.
The Vikings, they made moves, and, they were there last year. But my surprise one is the Giants because same reason. You just got to pick somebody that you didn't even like.
They have a quarterback
who I don't think going to make it. Just pick them because
they have a quarterback that succeeded in the playoffs before. They got some players on defense. Yeah,
and it's hopefully stable at the running game. That's a big thing.
They just can't block. They got like one guy. They signed Nate Solder to like a 5-year contract.
I know. paid him a whole lot of money, man.
I'm glad they did it. Crap, I'm glad they signed Jonathan Stewart too. All right, go ahead. What do I got here? I got the Eagles, the Vikings, the Packers, the Saints, the Rams, and the Cowboys. So mine's going to be all wrong because Philly made it, Minnesota made it, Green Bay didn't, New Orleans, L.A., and Dallas. So Green Bay and Dallas didn't make it last year, and so that's the only two that I put in there that didn't make it last year. So mine will be way wrong.
And I mean, just like Jacksonville, I didn't put Philly. I just like one team that everybody thinks I'm just not going to put them in.
Yeah, that's smart. That's probably smart. I mean, because what's going to happen? Somebody's going to tear an ACL and it's going to ruin their whole season, except them because they have a great coach. All right, championship games. Who's going to go all the way to the NFC AFC championship?
I got the Steelers against the Texans, and then I got Packers versus the Rams.
Wow.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
That's a slobber knocker in the AFC, and then a QB central to me in the NFC. I've got the Patriots versus the Chargers.
When have they ever made a championship game?
Every year since Tom Brady's been there. That's what I'm kind of going with. It's kind of like the odds of getting it right. I know that they're going to make it to the championship game. Why? Because they always make it to the championship game. He's played in he's probably played in 10. Is it? We can start going through them, and I could.
We know he went to.
He went to 7 Super Bowls.
So
that's at
and
least
how many
7
championship games has he lost?
And then he lost one. He lost one to the Colts. I know for a fact. He lost one to the Ravens for a fact. Right. So that's 9 right there off the top of my head. Anyways, and I got the Rams versus the Vikings.
So
I like what the Vikings have done. They're going to win it for Tony. Tony Sperano had a big impact on both of our organizations. God bless him. So I got the Rams and the Vikings. Who you got winning? Going to the Super Bowl and winning it.
I got the Steelers versus the Rams.
Okay, let me ask this: Who do you got winning?
Did I put that?
Yeah, because I made you.
Oh, the Steelers.
Okay, so let me ask this: Who's running the ball in that game?
Well, Le'Veon Bell, after he missed 2 games, and go ahead and
pull Emmitt Smith.
Okay. I put that in there for you, man.
1993. It's a beautiful thing, man. Charles Haley had to put a hole in a wall to get this guy signed.
Oh, yeah?
And when it got signed, man, it was like, whoa, 4 years, $13 million. Whoa, he got paid, man. Goodness. And now somebody gets 4 years and $13 million. How am I supposed to feed my kids?
I know what Bell turned it down. 14 for 1.
4 years, $60 million.
Yeah, so
I ain't signing for that. What about my grandkids? What about mine? I got the Chargers over the Rams because I feel like the Rams are that popular hype team that always kind of, peters out at the wrong time. You know what I mean?
Start off too hot.
Right. Well, they come out and they do what people think, and then they get, we feel really good. We're the Rams, and then bam, the Patriots pop them in the Super Bowl. The team that wasn't supposed to be there. And I love Anthony Lynn, the head coach of the Chargers. Did you hear his speech to the team after they didn't make the playoffs last year?
Oh no!
YouTube that sucker. That sucker. They should have 3 million views, man. That dude is that speech right there.
Okay, I will do that. So.
Yeah. It's like 1 minute, but it's a good minute.
All right,
it's a good minute. All right, so I like him, so I'm gonna go with that. So who's winning the MVP? In other words, who's tearing an ACL and going to be out for the year?
Yeah. I guess I better not go first then.
Yeah.
this guy don't even have ACL anymore. I think he's the first RoboCop quarterback.
Who you got?
I got Deshaun Watson, man.
I got Jared Goff. I think they're going to just be a
big
video game.
on that guy, huh?
Big on the Rams this year.
Because of that video I showed you him, he made you a fan of him that quick.
I love that. The one he goes to the college and then he walks in there as a walk on or whatever, and they're like, man, this guy's remember his name. He's like knocking down the receivers and stuff. And like, man, this guy's kind of good. And he's making fun of the other guys, but it's hilarious.
What are you, the punter?
I'm the starting quarterback, man. What are you talking about?
Okay, good luck with that. Defensive player of the year.
Oh, man. Why not?
Wow!
Just give the
Rams won't win the game this year.
The Rams are going 0-16.
First
I got Aaron Donald.
Oh,
Aaron
wow.
Donald.
He
I
got
think
paid too, huh?
he got paid,
Man.
but I feel like he's going to say, you know what? Let me show you. I'm going to earn this sucker.
Yeah. Now, he did say something at his press conference. I didn't see all of it, but he was like,
Getting a dub.
no, he said, my parents can retire now. And
They couldn't retire on what you were making already? 4 years, you probably, and he was a first round pick, so he probably made what, $25 million?
Yeah, like, you know.
Now my parents can finally retire
on their own island now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. They get to have their own continent for them. Yeah, so I thought that was crazy. But I got Ramsey, man, because this dude is I don't need you in the show, man. But
We'll keep the good looking people in the show.
Alex got Ramsey, man, because this dude fit to be
You're the Ramsey guy. I'm just the Rams guy.
Well, I like him, man, because he just, I think he's going to be that one that's talk. And this dude made A.J. Green throw a punch, man. You know what I'm saying? So this guy,
It's like a Cortland Finnegan making Johnson throw a punch. I'm like,
Right.
come on, man.
I don't think this dude has lifted his hand since. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my pick.
All right, we got a game for you.
Okay.
All right, here we go. He has not had prior access to this. I'm gonna turn the camera on him and let him suffer and think. And I'm gonna
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to have some fun with this.
yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this. All right, so
close mine.
yeah, you can just
Oh, man, I need some light. I've got dark.
you can, Jay, I have bad news for you. You're black.
Oh, now we got color all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, it's color.
Okay.
All right.
Not enough. I can't even see myself, man.
Oh, goodness.
Good equipment, bro.
Yeah, man, we're killing it right now. BISD, thank you. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you 4 players,
All right. There we
and
go. Some light.
there's gonna be varying numbers of people on there that made the top 10 last year in total fantasy points.
Okay.
Okay, give you 4 players per position. You can pull them up if you want, so you can kind of see them. But
Okay. I'm legal now to look.
yeah, you can look at that. You just can't look at my computer because I don't have the answers up. So, all right. So, Alex Smith, Jared Goff, Drew Brees, and Matt Ryan. Which ones of those finished in the top 10 in total points for quarterbacks last year?
Drew Brees.
He says
Yeah.
Drew Brees,
And I'm going to go with Jared Goff.
Brees, and Goff.
So it's 2 and 2, right? 2 did, 2 didn't? Oh, you don't know.
Some you don't know.
Wow. Top 10 in quarterbacks? Why not throw Alex Smith in there?
Okay, so you said Smith, Goff, and Brees.
And
Did I hear you
definitely
right?
not Matt Ryan. Definitely not.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, we got bing, bing, bing. So which one did you get wrong?
Probably Alex Smith.
No, Alex Smith finished the highest. He was 5.
Wow.
And Brees
that
was
sucks.
10. And Goff was after that. He's like 13.
Oh, but I was right on Matt Ryan. You didn't give me a
You're
ring
right.
on
Right.
him.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll give
And
you.
he started off
You
with-
got 3 out of 4 because you got 2 right. You got 2 right. You really 3 right out of 4. So that's good.
Come on, man.
All right, here we
don't
go.
grade papers for a living.
All right, here we go. You piece of crap. So I actually don't ever grade papers, but all right. So running back, I got Carlos Hyde, Deion Lewis, Jordan Howard, and Christian McCaffrey. All right, talk to me.
Top 10 in position.
Top 10 at running back only.
I'm going to say total points.
Total points.
I'm going to say not Carlos Hyde. I'm going to say not Deion Lewis. And I'm going to say I'm going to go 2 and 2 again. 2, Howard and McCaffrey did. Hyde and Lewis didn't.
Okay. Exact opposite.
How is that possible?
Hyde and Lewis finished 9-10, and Jordan Howard and McCaffrey finished after that, like 12 and 13 or something like that.
Man, I guess them 20 yards rushing don't go very far, huh?
I tried to tell you that. Yeah, I'm changing my tune on him. All right, so wide receiver, I got Devontae Adams, I got Larry Fitzgerald, I got Doug Baldwin, and I got Juju.
Juju. I'm going to go, man, this like, I'm going to say Top 10.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say Adams and Fitzgerald and Baldwin and Schuster. No.
All right. You got.
Why am I nervous?
I don't know. You got 3 right because
right.
Fitzgerald made it. Baldwin and Juju didn't, but neither did Devontae Adams.
So I got 6 right now.
You got 6 right now. All right, last one. Tight ends. Jason Witten, Cameron Brate, Hunter Henry, Jack Doyle.
I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say Witten, Brate, and I'm gonna say all of them made it.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them made it. You got 3 out of 4. Brate didn't make it.
Oh wow, that's one I'm pretty confident on because it's touchdown.
Yeah.
So that's 9.
No, wait. Brate did make it. It was Henry. Henry didn't make it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Henry
Okay.
Henry didn't make it. Sorry.
So 9 out of 16.
Yeah.
I passed.
You passed.
All right, that's all I try to do.
It's like a 55.
That's my Trey syndrome. At least I passed. I mean, you pass. What can you do?
Shoot. So, anyways, that's kind of the normal, the way we'll roll there with that. So, good job on that. That was nice work because to me, like if I was looking at that, I would have probably messed that up. I would have got Matt Ryan right, like you said, because I drafted that piece of crap. Hey, he's the
I
MVP of the
started
league.
that dude the other night,
Yeah,
man.
man,
So
come on, dog.
yeah, I need.
In what league?
RFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Sorry, dog.
I'm like, I got some points. What? Wow. And the thing is, I ain't gonna talk about myself, but yeah.
Yeah.
I
I drafted golf in like the 10th round or something like that. So I'm gonna start in.
Good luck with that. Is that the team where your girly man is?
Got Gurley in golf, and somebody else. They're off on. They're off on the same bye week. It's like week 12. It's like that's a week before the. I mean, it's like 2 weeks before the playoffs.
And everybody's
It's like,
off.
Yes, I'm
I
like,
should pay
it's
you
like,
that week.
man, I hope you don't. Are you in my conference?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know RFL.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. So that's it. That's no. I know this is going to put you getting home at like almost 10 o'clock, which means, man, you're only going to get like 8 hours of sleep. So we're gonna. If y'all could send some prayers for Jay, man, that would really be great. Because this dude, he's only going to get 8 hours of sleep. Okay, so let's be in prayer for Jay. Okay, and
I'll be in the pulpit on 8
meanwhile,
hours of sleep.
I've got 2 5-year-olds and 3 1-year-olds in one house over here. You know, sleep is a myth and a legend. It's like Bigfoot in this house. Okay. So
season 2, week 1.
Season 2, week 1, we still are all jacked up. Don't have our soundboard working, and we're a hot mess. So I'll work on it this week and see if we can mess around and get right. So, what do we do, Jay?
Oh man, we love football, but we love Jesus Christ more, man.
That's exactly right. Because you know what, y'all need Jesus. All right.
Especially with the lineups y'all going with.
Especially if you're going to listen to Jay. Yeah. So, all right, man. Peace out, America. We love football. We just love Jesus more.
Amen, brother.
Peace.
Till next week. Until I down.